What's up, everyone? It is your girl, GELBEAUTY 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into this Prada Beauty Foundation. So this is Prada Reveal Skin Optimizing Foundation, and I bought the shade DW80. It says it's a skin optimizing foundation that refines the skin in 3 dimensions, including tone, luminosity, and texture to reveal soft, filtered skin in real life. Definitely like the way that sounds, honey. Okay, the coverage is medium, the finish is matte, the formulation is liquid, it has vitamin E, niacinamide, and lactobacillus extract complex. This soft matte foundation delivers medium coverage and transfer resistant wear for up to 24 hours. The breathable and buildable formula will with broad SPF 17. Sunscreen provides the look of skin tone, enhances skin's natural radiance and hydration, and visibly refines skin texture. Why is it SPF 17 though? Like what? Why is it just 17? Like, it's just so weird to me. Like, what? Why? Just why? And that's the part I'm not understanding. Why is it just 17 SPF or what? I feel like you should just left it off. Like 17. What am I supposed to do with 17? Nothing, I'll tell you that. What is 17 really about to do? I feel like it should at least been 30. And it's like, if you're not giving 30, just maybe just don't give it. Okay, maybe just don't give it. Maybe just don't give it. But anyway, then I got the lipstick that retails for $50. Good God. Outrageous price. And this is the monochrome hyper matte refillable lipstick. I got the shade Alabaster. It's quite light. It is a refillable matte lipstick with a lightweight feel that delivers intense color in one stroke and a long-lasting hyper matte finish. It has jojoba oil in it, which soothes and hydrates. This lipstick is formulated with microfit technology, glides on seamlessly, and feels weightless all day long. The shades are made with a black base and only 3 pure color pigments to replicate Prada Leather's high integrity, color, depth, and quality. Why are they talking about the bags they make having to do with this lipstick? What? Just like Burberry when he's talking about the water resistant stuff that they put on their coats, they put in the foundation. Like, child, y'all doing too much, okay? But I mean, I guess you felt like even you knew you need to give an explanation for charging $50 for lipstick, okay? Even you knew, okay? Because why in the world did you come up with all that extra nonsense to talk about if even you knew that price was outrageous for lipstick? That's what it was as far as I'm concerned. Ain't no way you should be charging that much for lipstick, and you knew you shouldn't be charging that much for lipstick, which is why you came out with these outrageous claims as to why. I'm sorry, somebody had to say it, y'all. Okay, somebody had to say it. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with this Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Smoothing Serum, just to see how this goes. I'm just using this as more like a skincare thing though. I'm not gonna necessarily use this as a primer. I know some people use Bobbi Brown's like Vitamin Rich Face Base as a primer, but you have to remember I have oily skin, so this is not ideal for me. But I did want to try this product out with you all, so I was like, let me go ahead and, you know, see how much air is in here, because I've been pumping for a minute and nothing's coming out. Okay, finally, y'all. So I guess 3 pumps will suffice, y'all. I don't know. My first time using this, so I just went with 3 pumps and I'm gonna put it all over the face. I did take off my makeup and redo my whole skincare routine because I had did a whole other foundation video today, but I wanted the product to go up on Monday, so I'm gonna let that one go up on Sunday, and this one's going up on Monday just because, you know, I have to make sure it goes up. So I'm gonna have a couple of back-to-back foundation videos. I might put up a different video because I did do a couple of eyeshadow videos tonight, so I don't know, we'll see. It feels nice and hydrating. It has like a lemony-esque scent to it, if anybody cares about that. It's not like heavily scented lemon, but it's like you can smell that there's lemon extract in this or whatever. I didn't read the ingredients off on this, so, because I figured, you know, that wasn't the main focal point. It was just something I wanted to try while I was here, you were here, we were all here, so that's why I didn't worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it now. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, we're just not. I'm gonna use this LA Girl primer that I tried out, because I tried it in another video, but I forgot to talk about it, so I figured I'd talk about it in today's video. Well, the video is going up now. I filmed that one today too, but I forgot to talk about the primer some more. So we'll try it again. Now, I feel like they tried to dupe the liquid silk. I'm sorry, not. I keep saying liquid, but the silk canvas. I really like the liquid silk canvas over the original one, just because I don't like having to dip in with the corn and do all that. But I feel like the original one is like thicker, and I don't know, to me, I feel like it, sometimes I feel like it does a better job than the liquid one, but you know. I feel like both. I love me a Tatcha product though. You know. There you go. It smooths out the pores pretty well, like I said in the last video. So there, it's been nice and smoothed out, as you all can see. Now let's get into the foundation, what I've been waiting to put my little grubby hands on. And I gotta tell you, the story behind this foundation is just honey. Y'all don't know the lengths I had to go through to get this foundation. It was absurd. So, what it looks like in a cute little bottle, you know. Pop it off. I think you're supposed to be able to take one of these parts off. Oh yeah, so you're supposed to be able to pull it out of this little part right here when you have to have a refill, so that way you don't have to buy this part again, and you just stick it down in there. So the refills are $50 instead of $70, so you bought the little container for the extra $20 the first time, so that way in the future you don't have to rebuy it again. Now you can just buy it like that for like $50 and not spend the extra $20 on having the container. That's up to you. So I just did 2 pumps. As you can see, the match looks like it's gonna be a pretty nice match for my skin tone. The top is really heavy though, but the component that it goes inside is little plastic and kind of cheap. So it's like they spent the most money on the top part, which is the part that, you know, you have to constantly rebuy to be refillable. So I think that's interesting. But okay, it's giving a little fragrance, not a lot, but the fragrance is there. I want you to be aware for people who are sensitive and stuff like that. Like there's a fragrance, girl. I'm not gonna say it's super heavy, but you won't smell it when you initially put it on. Now I'm curious to see how long it's gonna last after, you know, you put it on. But it's definitely there when you first put it on, just so we clear. Okay, so I'm just take this brush and go in with my 2 pumps. I didn't count the very first pump I pumped out, because y'all know it gives you that sad little pitiful a fourth of a pump situation going on. So I'm just counting the first 2 full pumps that came out. That little one I'm not even counting in these pumps, just because it was like a little like sad drop, squirt pump. But okay, so looking pretty good, looking pretty good. I feel like it might be a little better for me in the summertime than right now. I might have got a little bit of a lighter shade, but I was like, since I know summer is coming, and I'm gonna be wearing this along with some other stuff, especially if it's as similar to my Tom Ford. So far, it's definitely revised my Tom Ford. It is a little thicker than the Tom Ford Trace Soft Matte Foundation for people who are curious like myself, because that was my first question when my girl Dionluvsmakeup did her review on this. I was like, but is it like the Tom Ford Traceless? Since they've been putting it on sale everywhere, I've been scared that it's going, you know, out, and I'm like, I wanted to, you know, give me a replacement, because that's one of my favorite luxury foundations, and I was like, if you get rid of it, I need a replacement. So far it's not giving that same consistency. It's giving a little bit of a thicker one from what I remember with the Tom Ford, and this is what we're working with. So 2 pumps looks pretty nice on the skin. I do feel like I can still see like dark spots on my cheek and stuff like that, so it's definitely medium coverage and not full. But y'all know me, I put on a foundation powder and put on a concealer and build up the coverage, so that's what we're gonna do here. What I put that Tom Ford concealer, because I'm gonna use a Tom Ford concealer in this video. If you all remember, I told y'all about the sale on Tom Ford concealer for 50% off, so I went ahead and got one. This is the Emotion Proof Concealer from Tom Ford. I have the shade 10 Chestnut. Now I wear the shade 10 Chestnut in the foundation. As y'all can see, that is much lighter than my foundation shade is, so I don't know why they decided they need to go with lighter shades with it, but I'm just like, okay, I just gotta go with it, because girl, this is what they went with, so I don't know. It's actually quite thin. I don't know why I expected it to be thicker, but it's pretty thin and consistent. I wouldn't say it's watery, but like I said, it's thin, girl. Y'all, and the whole thing just broke off of this concealer. Like the whole thing just broke off. How am I supposed to put on the rest of my face and it's broke? And Tom Ford, you charge how much? And it just fell off? You charge how much and this fell off? Like absolutely not. So, hopefully, y'all, I gotta find something to put the rest of my concealer on with because the thing literally fell off. I don't. Okay, y'all, so that time before concealer just pissed me off. Because there's no way that should have broke off, and that's literally my first time using it. But I just put Valentino on down the middle of the face, and the Valentino one will fit in there, so excuse me, when I need to use the time forward, I have to use the Valentino one, and then just put it back in Valentino when I'm done, because I'm like, I spent all this money on it, and it shouldn't, you know, be breaking off that easy, but I want to see how the formula on it's going to last, especially with the price point of this, in addition to it breaking that easily. And it's the same doe foot that the L'Oreal like True Match new concealer has. But I think if I remember correctly, they're both made by the same brand, or are they? I don't remember. So far I'm not impressed with this. Now I see why it's on sale, because it's not really giving or doing too much of anything about it. Like, I am not impressed with what I'm seeing. It's one of those I feel like I need to put like a color corrector on underneath the eyes before I start off with, and then put it on, because it is not giving enough coverage by a long shot. And then it hardly gives you any concealer in the container for what they charge, because I think this was like a $60-something concealer, and you only get like 0.24 or 0.24 fluid ounces, so that's not enough concealer if I'm going to do too much of anything with it. And as you can see, I still feel like you can see the dark circles underneath my eyes after having blended this stuff out. So this is not it, and now I see why it was on sale for 50% off. I would just stick to like the super expensive illuminating one, or like the stick one, because I'm not impressed with this at all, aside from the fact that like you gotta hope that it stays on, it doesn't break off like mine, because it's literally completely gone. I just showed it to you and now it's gone. So hell no, I'm not getting it. But now I'm getting to the powder. So I got the Ulta Beauty Peach Pie powder to try out, and I want to test it up against the Cherry Blossom and see which one I like better. So I had Cherry Blossom on earlier today, and now we're gonna get into this peach one. So I'm gonna do the pink one on this side, and I'll do the peach one on this side, and I might do the peach just down the middle of the face, because it's the newer one we try out, and we've tried out the pink one, so we know how that works for the most part. But I'm interested to see how this peach one's gonna look. So the pink one's just gonna go underneath this eye, and that's it. And I got one in the pressed form, and then one in the loose powder. So the pink is in the loose powder, and then the peach one's gonna be in the pressed. Okay, so if we work with on the peach side, I have a brush that looks exactly the same as this brush, so I'm gonna just use it for the peach side. Close back with my pink one real quick and cute like. And then I got some Tom Ford highlighters to try out, and a La Mer powder use. So I thought I'd use all my bougie expensive stuff in this video, since I used some more somewhat affordable things in the other video. I still got another video on top of that, so. And then I still got more drugstore stuff to try out, so I'm just like, I need to just get it together, honey. Okay, but we're gonna take peach pie now and pop that underneath here. It's definitely doing the brightening like it's supposed to, because honey, I definitely feel like it's doing way more brightening on the side than the pink one did. I actually feel like the pink one looks dull compared to this, but it could because it's the pressed one, and y'all know the pressed one get way more brightness than the original loose one does. So there's one of the things I like about it personally, because I'm like, if you have like a setting powder that's closer to your skin tone and you still want some brightness underneath the eyes, I feel like these pressed ones from Huda are good for that. Once I press everything in and all that, I'll look okay. I know I look crazy right now, but that's because, yeah, it's one of them trust the process moments, girl. You gotta trust the process till I'm done. If I can trust it, you can do it. Trust it, but then it happen in your face, girl. So yeah, so far I'm liking the brightness and the color of the peach one. I feel like that one does a better job on my skin tone than the pink one does per se. But it's not that the pink one looks bad. It's just, I don't know. I like the peachy one just a little bit more so far. But, you know. Let's get into the foundation powder. Then I'll go off camera and do the rest of my face. And I'll come back and let you see what we have finished up with and put on the highlighter. Because my blush and bronze I'm doing off camera to save us a little bit of time. So this is the deepest shade in the La Mer palette that they had on sale. And this is shade 61 Sunrise. Now, if you went to the page and looked at it when I showed y'all about it on Blue Mercury, then you'll see how dark they claim it is compared to what it actually looks like in the pan. What is this? This will be your darkest shade. What is this? I'm going to need you to go back to the drawing board if this is your deepest shade, okay? So many questions. Who? Why? Where was this a good idea? But we're going to try her out since we here, she here, everybody here. I'm hoping it deepens up once it gets on the skin, because it definitely is not giving black girl friendly at all in the pan. It's living more tan girl friendly in the pan. Like it looks like Dion should be wearing it, not me. But you know, I was like, I already got it, so you know, we just gonna try it, because why not? And perfect timing, because the battery decided it needs to start dying once I started putting this on my face, which is okay, because I told y'all I gotta go off camera and put on my primer. So the powder is actually looking pretty nice. It blended in the skin pretty nicely. I'm kind of impressed, because I thought it was about to be a whole hot mess and I was going to have to clown me even further. I'm still clowning you though, because it's like this supposed to be your deepest shade. The disrespect of it all. It's giving very much hourglass, and I'm not here for it. But anyway, I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face, and I'll come back to you all with it fully done, and we can, you know, talk about my thoughts on what's going on with the stuff so far, and put on the highlighter and the lipstick. So I'll be back. Okay, girl. Okay, y'all. So got these 2 Tom Ford highlighters. I have Mirage and Oasis. I want to see if there's similar to other stuff in my collection, but for right now we just put these on the face, and then I'll probably swatch them out after I put the lipstick on to kind of get an idea of, you know, if there's similar to other stuff in my collection. I think I left a lip liner in here, hopefully. It's so junky over here, child. Who knows? So this is Mirage and this is Oasis. As you can see, it looks somewhat similar, but I feel like when I swatch them, you'll see the difference. So I'm putting it on my face first, then I'm gonna swatch it. So we'll start with Mirage, the first one. So I think I'm gonna put Mirage down the middle of the face and then Oasis on each side of the face. So. Look how gorgeous that is, yes. Yes, giving I'm living, yes. I love Tom Ford's highlighters, but just like everything else, Tom Ford is super expensive. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. But here's what the color looks like. As you can see, it just glides and looks, blends with my skin perfectly. So now I'm going to take Oasis and put that on the cheekbones. I feel like that's the one that reminds me more of like the Marc Jacobs highlighter in the shade, what was the name of the shade? The peachy gold shade he always had, because that's definitely the vibe this one gave me when I saw it in the pan. I'm like, it's definitely giving that peachy gold shade from Marc Jacobs. Hopefully he brings that shade back when he brings back the line in 2025, or when I should say when Estee Lauder brings back the line in 2025, because I'm like, I'm definitely here for that shade. That was like one of my all-time favorite shades, and I'm like, yes, I need it. I just need it, even though I already have it by Marc Jacobs, because that's kind of old. I need it. So this one is Oasis and this one is Mirage. I feel like Oasis looks like it might actually be lighter than Mirage and be more of a champagne shade. See, I thought it was gonna be more like, you know, a peachy gold like I just described, but so the stuff I pulled out now I feel like isn't even gonna match. But I was gonna compare and get like the Dior quad and see how that's working. So I guess I'll still do that. I'm here, you're here, we're here. Why not? So this is that peachy shade from the Dior quad I just held up. And then I guess I'll swatch the darker shade in front to see. And this is like the deeper chocolatey brown shade up against one of those. So as you can see, it's not similar like I thought they were going to be. But like I said, just look at them in the pan. Like they give a different look on the face. And when you swatch them, then they look in the pan. Which is why I chose the ones I chose initially. I'm just kind of like, Now I feel like I chose everything wrong. And I know nothing of what I was doing based upon just picking based on what I saw in the pan. But let's see. So this shade looks like it could be somewhat similar to this one right here. This is the shade right here in the Dior pan. I'm swatching that one against the shade Oasis. So this one in Oasis to me looks somewhat similar, but you all can tell me what you think down below. I'm sure it's hard because I got the Dior one in the middle of it. But that's what they're all looking like. Because I want to definitely find a dupe for them because they're like $40-something a piece. So I'm like, for $47 a piece, I know you want to find a dupe, girl, because I want to find a dupe. So the two glittery shades at the top to me are the ones that are giving the most similarity to this Tom Ford one right here. This was the one next to it, and this is the original one. So everything else I pulled most likely will not match it. I pulled the deeper yellow gold one from them as well. So I have like 2 or 3 of these Dior ones. Remember one year during the holiday they came out with a whole bunch of them. So I just pulled all of those that I feel like would possibly be similar. So this is the gold out of the Dior quad I just showed you, the new one, the all gold one, aside Mirage. Again, I feel like they don't necessarily look similar, but it was here, you were here, I was here, everyone was here. The Dior ones definitely, in my personal opinion, have more glitter than the Tom Ford ones. The Tom Ford ones have a little bit of glitter, but I feel like they have a little bit more of like a pigmentation to them. Whereas the Dior ones, they have a slight pigmentation and they have like lots of glitter in them. So that's what I'm noticing. And then I just bought like the gold Dior one I had to show against, the gold Tom Ford I bought during the holidays to show up against these other ones for you to see that they're not the same, even though they have that like goldish bronze shade to it. So I'll show it up against Mirage first. So this is O2 Grand Paradise and this is Oasis. So as you can see, they are not the same by any means. I'll swatch both of those on my hand too. It should be dry by now, so I'm gonna swatch the holiday one first. It's definitely giving more pigmentation in champagne gold, which I feel like so that's Mirage, and the one from the holidays, as you can see, they are not the same by any means. When you rub your finger in a light and build it up, it gives more pigmentation like the Dior one. But if you use a light hand like I initially used, it'll be like more on the glittery side. So just keep that in mind. If you want more pigmentation, you're gonna have to rub into it more. If you want like glittery effect, use a light hand. Now it kind of makes me want to re-swatch it against the Dior one I showed you all to see if they look more similar now that I built up the swatch a little bit more. So let's do that. Okay, so this is the Dior one now. This is Oasis by Tom Ford, and this is the holiday Tom Ford I bought. So that's the pigmentation it's giving. And I'll swatch Oasis again to see what it's offering. So this is Oasis, and it's giving more of a champagne-ish feel to it. To me, it seems like a deeper version of this one. This one's a little bit more icy for some of my skin tone. I feel like this one's a little bit more manageable for some of my skin tone. It still has like a champagne-y, like somewhat effect to it though. Again, in my personal opinion. I don't think I have anything from the Dior one that looks like that, but I'll swatch one just to see. Okay, so this is from the bottom of the Dior one. It's actually giving quite similar to the Tom Ford one, so you might be able to get away with just buying this one. I swatched this yellow gold shade right here at the bottom, and then I swatched this one for the Oasis one. So I swatched 2 at the bottom to go with the 2 Tom Ford ones I showed you. And remember, the Dior one's only $50, so it might be a good alternative for you to get those 2 as opposed to these 2. I bought them because I love the Tom Ford highlighter formula, but if you were interested in a different one, then I would say just go ahead and do that. That's just my personal opinion. But you know, to each his own, girl. If you want to get it, get it. I had this Winnie the Pooh and I wanted to swatch against the Oasis shade to see if it was similar. But it actually looks like it will go better with Mirage now, just given the tone of it. But I like swatch it because I'm here and you're here and we're all here. So why not? Okay, so this one I feel like will actually be a good dupe for that one shade in the Dior quad I showed you all earlier. That deep brown shade that I swatched. From this one, I feel like that would actually be a good dupe for that. Let me... Oh yeah, I got distracted by dupes. I was just supposed to be putting on the highlighter, showing y'all a couple swatches and moving on. Yeah, so that's a perfect match for that Dior shade. I mean, I feel like this one's a little bit deeper brown, but those two match nicely. It doesn't really match Mirage as well as I thought, but I did find you another dupe that makes you feel better. Like, if you don't want to buy this whole palette, you're just interested in one of those, this Mind Over Matter shade will go perfectly. So I'm happy I found these two cute little dupes for you while I was doing something else that had nothing to do with the dupes. Now let's get on to what you actually came here for, which is the lip products. Sorry, the lip product. So this thing was like 50 bucks, girl. And I was like, this is outrageous. And it has this weird, like, square or triangle, I guess, shape to it. It's definitely going to give me, like, concealer lips for sure. Which is okay. I don't really care about having concealer lips sometimes. If it goes with the vibe or the look that I'm trying to put together, then I just go along with it. You know, it's fine. Where's the lip liner I have in here? Oh, I put it back up. That's it. I have a little cup in the corner that has lip liners and stuff. So I'm going to take Cola from Juvia's place. I know, right? I'm putting on this like $50 lipstick and I got like a $5 lip liner. I know, I'm insane. Moving on. But I like to use my Juvia's place lip liners the majority of the time. So. Only downside is you can't sharpen these because they're retractable. So people who like to have a sharp and precise line, it's going to be hard because it's, you know. A retractable lip line. I have the lipstick, child. What I do? That's what y'all be doing. There it is. Okay. So let's put her on and see how she looks. Okay, it has a perfume smell as well, just FYI. Okay, so I find it difficult to put this on because of the weird shape of the lipstick. Maybe it'll be easy for some other people. I'm finding it difficult. Is this what we're working with? I feel like once you put a gloss on top of it, it'll be fine, but I don't know that I think this is worth $50 by any means. I personally just don't. Off first impression, I wouldn't pay $50 for this at all. Excuse me. Absolutely not. She's not worth it. She's not giving. I'm not living now. I'm gonna put a lipstick on. I mean lip gloss on. Hopefully it help with this. Cause honey, right now, girl, I'm gonna take this lip gloss in Barely There from Juvia's place again. So this is one of my go-to lip combos I leave over there in the corner and put it on top. I'm liking it a little bit better now, but I'm still not crazy about the color. Like, I'm not crazy about the color. I'm not crazy about the formula. I'm just kind of like, man, it's like money I could have kept in my pocket. I'm not impressed with this lipstick at all. Like, to be honest, I'm just not. So for me personally, lipstick is a save your coins type of situation. Like, don't spend $50 on this. When it goes on sale, still no bad. Like, there's nothing impressive about this formula to me. Maybe I should have tried the other formula because I have the Hyper Matte formula. Maybe if I tried the different formula, I'd feel better. But I'm just not impressed with this color or the formula in this lipstick to give them $50 again. Like, absolutely not. Maybe I should have bought the purple like Daphne and I'd feel differently. But it's just me. So let's spray down this face, girl. And then I can go on with the rest of my day. So I'm going to just take the CIT London spray. I found it at TJ Maxx, I think. Or Marshall's, one of the places. It smells like watermelon. Fun fact, I'm not a fan of watermelon. So yeah. But you need to set the face down, and I have to use one to set it down and one to hold the makeup in. So this is the one I chose to use to set it down. And kind of warm everything up to the face and help it, like, you know. I forgot to tell you what blush and bronze I had on my bed. So I have on the blush from UOMA Beauty. I put on the Nude Prism blush palette. And then I put on, whose bronzer did I have on? I'm trying to think. What bronzer did I pick up? I honestly don't think I remember what bronzer I have on, y'all. This eye is definitely giving more brightness though. Random side note, I'm definitely liking the Ulta Beauty Peach Pie brightness a whole lot more than the Cherry Blossom. I just feel like it's not giving enough brightness. Maybe if I had it in the pressed form it'd be brighter, but not crazy about that. The foundation looks nice though, but the lipstick isn't worth it, and I don't remember what bronzer I put on. Sorry, I just don't. So yeah. Wait, no, I'm lying. I put on the Vive bronzer. That's what it was. I dipped into both sides of the Vive bronzer. I did a video on a while ago, and that's what I put on my face. So I'm gonna go off camera and get my life in order. I gotta film some eyeshadow videos, and I will catch up with y'all later on. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all, so I've returned at the end of the night with this lovely Prada foundation on. I redid the eye look I did with the Adept Cosmetics Element 115 palette, just because I didn't get any cute pictures the first time I did it, so we had to rewind and try again. So that's why you've seen the eye look more than once. But I'm gonna say I'm impressed with the face and how well it lasts. I did blot to help with that. Of course, the highlighter here is like worn off by now. At least I feel like down the middle of my face, because that's usually where I get the most oily. The cheek part on the side I feel like still looks pretty nice. I did change foundations. I mean, not foundations, concealers. So I have on the Laura Mercier A today. When I did the demo, y'all saw I put on the Tom Ford, but the thing broke off and I just couldn't be bothered. So I have Laura Mercier all over the face, not just underneath the eyes. Y'all know I had to do Tom Ford underneath the eyes and the Valentino down the middle of the face, but now it's just all Laura Mercier, the new one, and I put a color corrector underneath there. This is the pink side, if you all remember when it came to the Huda powders, and then this is the peach side. I prefer the peach side, honestly. I think the coloring just works a little bit better for some of my skin tone, especially because back in the day I had one from Essence that was like a deeper version of that peach shade from Huda, so I definitely like that better. But we can test them out on their own if you're more interested in that. But I just wanted to have a random side note. As you can see, I feel like it has worn off and it didn't do a good job of covering, but that could just because it's the loose one and it's not the pressed one. I find the pressed one gives more pigmentation when it comes to color when you put it on, in my personal opinion, even though I know a lot of people didn't like the pressed one. I like the pressed one, especially in the shades I have picked it in, so that's just what worked for me. But I'm pretty impressed with this Prada foundation. The lipstick wore off after me eating my lunch, and I ate my lunch at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I put it on at like 5 o'clock, so I think it wore pretty well because that was a good long hour. That I did eat in between that time too, before I got to work, and then ate like at work a snack, and then when I ate my dinner at 1 o'clock is when it finally wore off. So I'd say it wore pretty nicely. I just wasn't a fan of the formula per se, but you know, that's just a more personal preference thing. So those are my thoughts on all the products. I am impressed with this foundation. I can't wait to try it out some more. So far I don't feel like it's comparable to my Tom Ford, but I will be testing them side by side over the weekend to see which one I feel like works best for me, or which one I prefer. If anyone cares, I'll do a complexion corner in the future talking about the differences in between them. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.